What I enjoy in the work I'm doing now at the Caisse Centrale is business relationships.
Then I went to work at Desjardins Financial Security.
I don't feel that I've worked for just one employer.
As Desjardins employee, I have had the privilege to make a career within the organization.
Desjardins Group is a great institution.
My career in Desjardins, in fact, is all my career.
There are a lot of really wonderful people who work here.
Hey, did you stop to think that we have 38,000 employees at Desjardins across Canada? That makes it the biggest private employer in Quebec and one of the 20 largest employers in the country. I'm putting together the Desjardins Family album. I love doing it. I'm discovering lots of things and meeting tons of people. When I started working at Desjardins 2 years ago, I never dreamed there would be so many career possibilities with the group. It's wide open. You can have a career within the same job category or specialization, or at the same level in various specializations. And with all the different components making up Desjardins, that makes a great deal of possible employers for us. The important thing is to be interested in what we're doing, have the skills to do it, and be motivated by the challenges before us. But come with me. Let's go ask someone who really knows what's going on. Mr. Dignard, the career perspectives at Desjardins really provide added value for the employees?
Yes, without a doubt. The level of importance attributed to career advancement opportunity within the group was 84% in 2004. The result from both these studies also show a progression in the level of job satisfaction. That said, I'm really sure that the employees have the interest in their career advancement.
We often equate career opportunities with promotions. How does Desjardins fare in this regard?
We really want to motivate employees and drive their interest in growing with Desjardins Group. Career advancement opportunity already exists at Desjardins, but mainly within the individual division. For example, in 2002, out of 5,200 job postings, 81% were filled internally within the group. 62% of the candidates came from within the division itself, while 19% came from other divisions. We would like to encourage this cross-division movement and realize the people's full potential.
What was done in 2004 in particular?
We have decided to focus on the individual. Our approach is to offer each employee the tool and the support to further their career. Since this past spring, for example, job search tools available to internet surfers are now available to all our employees. To date, more than 37,000 people, both internally and externally, have sent in their professional profile. We recommend that people visit our career microsite.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Dignard.
Thank you, too.
At Desjardins, there are a lot of employers. As we said, beginning with the Caisse network, where nearly 60% of all employees of Desjardins Group work. There are close to 600 caisses in Quebec and in Ontario. Oops, that's not supposed to be there. That's a vacation shot. By the way, if you get a chance to go there, it's really worth it. As well, there are 50 or so corporate financial centers and 10 administrative centers. Not to mention Desjardins Credit Union that has 28 branches in Ontario, particularly in Toronto. One thing's for sure, if you want to see the country, you can do it working for Desjardins.
I began my career at Desjardins as a cashier at the Caisse Populaire of Arvida-Kenogami. I got a position as an advisor after that. I was an advisor at the Caisse Populaire of l'Abbé and an instructor at the Federation. Now I have the position of assistant manager at the Caisse Populaire in l'Abbé. What I like now in my work is that I can transfer the expertise I've acquired over the years I've worked at Desjardins to my whole team of advisors. Even if we're part of the outlying regions, there are plenty of opportunities available to us to have lots of plans at Desjardins.
My career path at Desjardins began with Desjardins Securities at Disnat. I worked there part-time while I studied, and then I went to Desjardins Financial Security right after finishing my BA. Later, I applied for the university recruitment program on the Desjardins website to be an accounts manager. There are many opportunities that open up every day on the website, in all fields related to finance, insurance, securities, pension plans, financing, investments, a little bit of everything.
Among the employers at Desjardins, there are agencies that provide support to the caisse so that the best service can be offered to their members. They include the Fédération des caisses Desjardins du Québec and its various business units. The Federation is present all over Quebec, and it backs up the case by developing business plans and providing services. It is also the agency that coordinates activities of the other group components. I'll be right back.
Desjardins Group, multiple choices. Since I had the opportunity to work in 5 different institutions, it helped me attain different positions and varied responsibilities. The trigger element for changing careers, I'd say, was a snap decision. I'm very spontaneous, and I decided on the spur of the moment to go back to school. And I was also backed through a scholarship from Fondation Desjardins. I've always kept on training and feeding a curiosity I've had now for 15 years, and can see that it has borne fruit.
What I have discovered is that Desjardins is also, and above all, an organization of people. You can go to many locations. You can even leave Quebec if you like, if you want a pan-Canadian experience, for instance. You can see that a career is something that is important, increasingly important at Desjardins. Well, you know, it might be the best firm to be able to take advantage of these needs, concrete and intangible needs, if I can say so, of human beings.
Another support agency for the caisse is Caisse Centrale Desjardins. If I tell you that it's the big fundraiser of the group, that should give you a good idea. It's the entity that represents the group in the Canadian banking system and intervenes for it on the national and international markets.
I've seen the advisory sector, the administrative sector, and now I'm highly specialized in institutional financing. I've actively worked to see all the postings I could over the months, either on paper and now on the web, looking at the jobs posted that were available across the entire group. Desjardins Group gives us lots of opportunities, so I was able to take advantage of a better work-family conciliation at a certain time in my career. And when I was ready to take up new challenges, I was able to get a position at a higher level.
Among the group's employers, there are the corporations linked to the Federation. Développement International Desjardins, Société Historique Alphonse Desjardins, and Fondation Desjardins. Développement International Desjardins is devoted to community finance development in emerging nations. That can be an opportunity to work at an enriching job with an international scope.
The thing that is interesting at DID is the fact that for professionals at Desjardins level, if they are interested in making a kind of professional experience abroad, to be able to come to DID for 2 or 3 years assignment, and then to decide to stay with DID if it's possible in their career path, or to go back to their Desjardins employer. So for those people, it's very interesting to have a place, an institution where they can act, as a professional outside of Canada, and coming back afterwards and being, in the career path in Desjardins.
about to ask, and what about the subsidiaries? I'm coming to that. First, there's Place Desjardins, the real estate corporation that administers Complexe Desjardins, one of the most prestigious buildings in Montreal, and which is nearly 40% occupied by the group's components.
My career began back in '72. It was to have been a short 3-year career. I was there for the construction period, and it continued for another 29 years. Those 32 years have gone by at lightning speed, even though there is retirement looming on the horizon. And I've already spoken to my superiors to stay involved as a consultant in a few issues and things like that. We leave Desjardins, but I get the impression that Desjardins does not leave us.
We might point out that the subsidiaries were primarily created in order to complete the provision of the services of the Caisse and to satisfy the increase and diversification in the members' needs. Already in 1910, Alphonse Desjardins wanted to set up insurance companies. The realization of this dream began in 1944. Today, Desjardins has subsidiaries operating mainly in the insurance and finance fields. Very dynamic, they were the precursors of the group's development across Canada. In the insurance field, there are 2 corporations. The first, Desjardins General Insurance Group, provides property and casualty insurance and complementary services in wealth management. The second, Desjardins Financial Security, is specialized in life and health insurance, offering retirement savings products as well. One might say that dealing with them is rather reassuring.
I think that it's great to have had the chance to go from a job of administrative assistant to one of claims adjuster. That are 2 very different jobs and yet stay within Desjardins Group. I believe that the fact that I was already in the group made it easier to get the job as claims adjuster. I had to respond to clients when they filed a claim, either in home or automobile insurance, and we had to comfort them often. They're often panic-stricken, so we calm them down, and it's great to be able to say that we can help them.
My most recent job change was April of this year. This is the job I've wanted for about 5 years now, and so it's very difficult to see myself after this. I've been very fortunate with this company that as I've started to feel ready for a change, opportunities have presented themselves. There are a lot of really wonderful people who work here. Who will help you probably more than you would even ask for if you just stay open to it.
The other subsidiaries in the group are active in the finance field. Desjardins Securities, specializing in securities brokerage, has 41 offices spread out mostly across Quebec, but also in Ontario and in BC. Desjardins Venture Capital supports businesses' growth phases and assists in their mergers, acquisitions, and public offerings. Finally, Desjardins Asset Management has the mandate to invest $20 billion worth of assets through its offices located in Quebec City, Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver.
At Desjardins Securities, there were many opportunities, new positions, so I jumped on many of those opportunities. While pursuing my career, there was training offered in management. When I was a supervisor, I was trained in team supervision. I also benefited from management training, and it helped me a great deal. If I had any advice to give people who are listening to us and want to pursue a career at Desjardins, it would be to willingly embrace new challenges and not hesitate to make a lateral move. It helps to build on knowledge, acquire better expertise, and it also puts people in a better position to get a promotion.
What allowed me to develop my skills at Desjardins was the various jobs I was able to have and the new responsibilities I was able to acquire. I encourage all those who are starting out their career at Desjardins to seize opportunities as they come along, not wait for them to pick you. I think that in life, you really have to promote yourself.
I really had the privilege and the chance to work with a pretty extraordinary group. Extremely competent people who are always available. This is a big institution, the Desjardins Group, but it's really diversified, and the spirit that prevails is a collegial spirit. The words that come back often are interaction and collaboration.
So you can have a rich and varied career within the Desjardins Group. By developing our skills and expanding our knowledge to keep in step with the organization, we're better directing our career. And what is so great is that we're encouraged to do so. Lots of initiatives have already been taken by the organizations to promote career development, and many are still to come. Of the tools available to us, there is the Desjardins career site. That gives us the lowdown on the various employers at Desjardins. There is also online recruitment that lets us consult the job offers throughout the group, from our workstation or from our home. It's great, we can apply for a job online and submit our general profile into a permanent pool of applicants. By doing that, we're automatically notified of new job offers that correspond to our stated preferences. So it's impossible to miss an interesting job. That gives us all we need to enjoy a stimulating career at Desjardins, don't you think? I hope I've convinced you. In any case, I know that my career will be a busy one at Desjardins.
If Desjardins Group is interested in attracting skilled and motivated people, it is just as important for it to keep them on staff. That is why it encourages its employees to actively pursue their careers. The ultimate objective is to combine the needs of the organizations in terms of skills and expertise with the employees' desire to seek fulfillment in their work. The various practices implemented by the group to promote careers are all aimed at enriching the pursuit of your professional goals. Desjardins Group is recognized for the stimulating and varied career possibility that it offers its employees. You are encouraged to benefit from this realm of possibilities.